So I bring it here. By the time we add the three together, this figure plus this figure plus this figure, what do we have? We have 170,000 of the salary of the gross salary which is supposed to collect. So that is just the simple way of calculating payroll. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult using Excel to calculate it. So thank you very much. If you have any question, please you can just signify. If there's any question, let us know.
Yeah. Good evening, Olushore.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yeah, well done. Thank you so much for this lesson. Really, I've learned a lot from this payroll lesson, and I just want to say, may God bless you.
Amen.
Sorry, my question I want to ask, I don't mean we have thousands of staff in a payroll.
If I have what?
Thousands of staff, hundreds of staff in a payroll.
Okay.
And you want to prepare a payroll.
Okay.
My concern is that on tax payable.
Okay.
How do we, is it how you'll be doing them, the staff one after the other?
Yes.
To calculate them.
This is how you're supposed to calculate them one after the other. But if I share this, my worksheet with you, there's a way I've done it somewhere there. So let me show you. So let's assume that we have calculated this. We've calculated this particular figure as income tax. You know, this is where we're supposed to apply our payee formula upon.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's come here now. I have a template here you can use. This is taxable income, right?
Okay.
So you click on this, you will see that there are so many formula on this place.
Yes.
Now let me pick that figure here now, and let's see, maybe it's going to be the same thing. So this is our taxable income. I pick it from here, and then I come to this taxable income and then paste it special. So can you see what we are having? We are having 161, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's come here. Maybe it's the same figure we have, 161.
Perfect.
Okay.
Wow.
So instead of calculating one after the other, if you can actually use this formula I've generated. So I'm going to share this with you, with those who attended the lecture.
All right, sir.
So you can just apply the figure on that particular Excel. So it will give you the total number.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So is there any other questions that we can call it a day?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go on, please go on.
Good evening, sir. And thank you for the. I want to ask that apart from the pension and payee,
okay,
is there no? I know that the deductions apart from pension and payee.
Okay, thank you. There are other deductions we can have. So let me take that as an example now. Okay, so the deduction will now be after you have computed your net pay. Whatever you want to deduct now is going to be after this net pay. So let's assume that in that particular month,
okay,
in that particular month, this particular person has a loan payback, and the monthly loan he pays is like let's say like 20,000 every month for repayment of that loan. So since we have calculated everything, so instead of paying that particular person 142,000, so what you are going to pay him now is going to be 20,000, which is this figure, this 20,000 minus
Okay.
the net pay. So it's going to be this 142 minus the net pay. So it's going to be 122. That's what we are going to pay into his bank. So you come to this journal now. What you are going to have in this journal for monthly. So instead of having this net pay here, so we create another one.
Okay.
So this one will now be, you credit this one too. So this one will be loan. How much is the loan? Loan is 20,000.
Okay.
Loan is 20,000.
20.
Then what we now pick our net pay from,
What?
so which is 120. So if you add it together with this, if you add it together with that 20,000, still going to give us 170. So by the time they want to pay in the salary, this is what this company is going to pay. Why this one will go to appropriate head.
Okay. Okay, so about you, what of how discussion like housing fund, HMO,
okay,
and the like.
Okay,
Will it be under the payroll also?
Yes. So it depends on if the company has registered for that particular. So we have TF. So all those ones, they are just 1%. They are 1% on the gross income. So I can just calculate that here, but that one is not always every month. It's just on gross income on annual. Okay. So it's only on, so you can be deducting it every month. So by the time we collect it together, it's going to be, so if you want to calculate that, so let's say this is the gross income now. So what is the 1% on this? So it will be 1% on this.
Okay.
This, then 1%. So it means the person will have 22,000. But this 22,000 is for a year. No, this one is the annual gross. So it's for a year.
Yes, sir.
So if the person you want to be doing it, so since you have gotten it in a year, just divide it by 12.
Okay.
Divide it by 12. So it means you'll be deducting 1,800. I mean 1,800 in the person's salary monthly monthly. So,
all right, so thank you very much, sir.
So the two are also statutory deduction if the company has registered for that particular insurance and then training. So is there any other question, please, so that we can?
Mr. James, good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Thank you so much for this great training.
Okay,
I'm so privileged. May the Lord be with you. Please, on this particular last question, you said 1% on gross income, annual gross income. Is it for NHS or which one? Which for deduction particular?
For both. NHS.
What
NHS and then the TFS.
ITF.
I mean ITF, sorry. Industrial Training Fund.
Which one is ITF? Okay, Industrial Training Fund.
Exactly. So this one is 1%.
What of them? HMO?
The HMO.
Okay, go on.
The HMO that is not the HMO is a Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund. HMO is not captured in salary. In payroll, it's not captured in payroll. What that are captured in payroll that I know, even the ITF is not captured in the payroll. The two basic ones are the National Housing Fund and the Nigeria Insurance Trust Fund.
Exactly.
Those are the basic ones commonly found in payroll.
So these are the two. ITF also can be deducted, You can also be remitting it. Law also says you should remit it 1% on the gross salary. That's if the company has registered you for that particular, for the, I mean, ITM. It's also statutory deduction on payroll.
Okay.
So,
all right.
but
Then
what
please,
the thing is that
so
just
that's all deductions that can be deducted from one salary for the year or monthly.
yeah, exactly. So that's it.
Okay, what of I'm confused about the difference between consolidated relief allowance, the one
Okay.
of 200.
Okay. 200,000 or 1% gross.
Consolidated relief allowance. What's the difference?
Okay, can you take the question again? It's like network is not stable.
Okay, I mean the difference between, we have two consolidated relief allowances.
Okay.
The one for 200,000 or 1% of gross income, or
Okay.
20% of 20% of gross income. What's the difference?
Okay, this one, we have two relief. So the first one is
Okay.
200,000 or 1% gross on income, 1% on gross income. You charge that one, higher of the two you pick. But based on what we have done now, 200% is higher than 1% on this gross income. So that's why we are picking 200, 200, 200,000. So
Okay.
another relief that you are still going to enjoy is another 20% on gross income. So you are going to pick any of this one, then you add this one to it as well. So you have two relief.
Okay, those are types of relief a payee should enjoy. Well,
Yes,
okay.
exactly. So they gave two relief for us to have to reduce our taxable income, so that the higher the income you have, the higher the tax you are going to pay. So they give us this one to relieve our taxable income, so that the balance will not be too high for tax to charge them.
Okay.
And this is based on new Finance Act, so Finance Act 2021.
Okay. Then sorry, the last question for tonight is I think I used to hear maximum tax, or there's nothing like maximum tax apart from this minimum tax we're having.
Yeah, it's only minimum tax we have. It's only minimum tax.
No maximum tax.
No. So if so the minimum tax, it means that 1% on the gross salary, and then the tax authority will not take the lower, they will take the higher of the two. So if you look at the two now, this is 15 and this is 101. So tax authority will definitely go for the higher one.
Okay.
Yes, because they have given you a lot of relief. Okay, so is there any other
Thank
you. Yeah, you're welcome. Is there any other question? Okay,
so I just want to chip in something here.
Okay. All right.
On the national housing fund.
Okay.
According to the Finance Act now is 2.5%.
Okay, it's 2.5. It's 2.5%.
Yes, it's 2.5% now.
Okay, but the trust fund is still 1%, right?
Yes, trust fund is still 1%.
But that one you are saying,
Social and
okay, but what you are saying, I hope you are not talking about education tax, right?
No, it's not education tax, sir. It's not.
Okay.
It's for housing. Yes, housing. Yeah, it's 2.5. Yes, sir.
Fine. It's fine. But the main thing on payroll is just this. It's just two basic. I mean, the things you have done here. So the other deduction is 1%, and you can actually do that when when you are working on the payroll. But once you can get this, what you have done correctly, so the remaining ones are not that difficult. So that's
does it mean HMO is we don't pay for HMO? There's no deduction from our salary, just a normal benefit of staff to from the employer.
HMO is not statutory, so it's based on the employer. Okay, maybe the person has paid, the person has been to hospital and he has spent like 10,000, and the company said, okay, we are going to pay 7,000 out of your 10,000. So the remaining 1,000, how do you want to deduct it? So it's going to be after net pay. That's why you're going to deduct it. Because it's not statutory, it's not compulsory that you must deduct it. So it's going to be part of deduction, other deduction. So let's put it here, other deduction. So that amount will be under other deduction. So you can add it to this one. And
okay, it's not statutory.
So it's not,
okay.
Yes, it's based on the company's policy that this is how they deduct that.
Then our this thing, is it 10% of employees pension, employer's pension?
Yes.
It shouldn't be on the payroll.
Yes, it will not be on this payroll you are calculating because it's not the employee is not the one paying the money. But when you want to post it, when you get here, you can add it to it by separating it. You can say, okay, credit, pension, payable, but you can indicate it. You can say this one, you can indicate it that this one is employee. And you can indicate this one too by saying employer. So what will now be the 20%? What will be the 10% on that particular gross income? So you can say 10% will be this and this. So it means by the time you add this one together now, the total thing you are going to pay for that particular person is going to be like 30,600 for that particular payee. But the employee will pay this, then the employer will pay the 17,000. So when you want to post, you post the two into pension payable. Why this one go to tax? By the time you add these two together now, it cannot give you this one again because of this 17,000. But it's still correct since you have already charged employers along with it. Is it clear now?
But the employer should not enter the payroll.
No. Employer will not enter payroll. If you want to show it on payroll, you can show it separately without having anything to do with your calculation.
All right.
So it must not affect the net pay or pay of that particular employee.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. Okay. So thank you very much for this. So I'm going to stop sharing now and then make sure I save the video so I can share it with us privately. So thank you and have a nice night rest.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. You're doing well.
Thank you so much. I really enjoy it.
All right, thank you.